Today we are going to be learning about how to composite an image and reacquaint some things into a new work of art that is now yours, not somebody else's. Reappropriating. So we're going to get some images off the internet, of course. Open up Photoshop. Photoshop's very important for this kind of stuff. So we're going to make our file sizes. Make sure you set up an actual blank document. One nice blank slate, something to work with, something to import your images into. So bring yourself in a really beautiful background. Today, I think we're going to go to landscape. Some trees, some forests. Reappropriate something that we could put some animals into. So let's find an image, resize it. Very important, resizing. Make sure you kind of take a good gander at your color palette because you're going to want to work with animals within that color palette. It's very important. Alright, so we found an owl. He's in those nice warm tones. We're gonna add him into this drawing. So first method, we're just gonna erase out the background. This is age-old, tested. It's like cutting something out with scissors. It's old school. This is how it worked in Photoshop before you had a mask or all these other little tools and whatnot. Ah, the age-old days of original Photoshop. Beautiful days. Anyway, if you're going to erase your background, clean edges. Go in there and just find little itty-bitty brushes and just take out those little tiny itty-bitty details around the feathers, around the bird's body. It's beautiful and clean. Really shouldn't take you much time at all. I mean, come on. Use a tablet if it's taking that long. It's not that hard. So we're going to reappropriate this very beautiful little owl who apparently is looking right at the camera. That's just a no-no. But anyway, beautiful owl. Going to reappropriate him. A little thirsty. We work on erasing images. Let's get something to drink. Delicious. Alright, so let's add our owl, beautifully taken out of his background, into Photoshop's new document. We're going to curve up some color palettes. We're going to shade him in with a mask, the newer appropriation technology. Masks has only been around since, I don't know, CS3, CS4. No, probably earlier than that. CS2? Sure, I mean, they changed from they have the weirdest version numbers. But anyway. Reappropriated him. He looks beautiful. Let's find another animal. I'm thinking something exotic. No, adorable. Let's go with adorable first. Nothing's more adorable than a bunny rabbit. I mean, come on. They multiply everywhere. Who doesn't love a good bunny rabbit? Alright, so this is going to be a little bit newer of a technique, although using the polygon lasso tool is one of the older techniques. So let's use one of the rounded ones. Cut him out. Bring him in, and then we're actually going to adjust his edges with a mask. Masks are very lovely for your newer versions of Photoshop. So let's clean up his edges with a mask. It almost looks like you're erasing, but all those lovely pixels are still there. None of them have gone away. So we're just going to softly add him into this background. God, I'm hungry. Favorite. Nothing is better than a Boston cream donut. So yeah, blend them into the background. Get all the little pieces of grass to be the right color. I think you want to just use curves. Right color palette for his environment. You don't want him too warm. You gotta be careful. You don't want him too red. This gotta still kind of look like a bunny rabbit that belongs. Nice little autumn tone. Delicious. Yeah. You can use curves and RGB. You can adjust all of his levels. Just blend him nicely in. Yeah. Find your own method. Maybe your bunny rabbit's gray. I don't know. Either way, get him nicely toned. Now I think we need to add something. I don't know. I mean, he fits in really nice, but something grass images right. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Something really, not exotic. Something, needs something. Just gonna look it up on my nook, something. Like a deer, but, African. African prairie animal would be perfect. So let's add him in. We're going to use a little bit of extra technique because this one has a watermark on it, so we're just going to clone that out. Watermarks, people think they protect their images. They're just stupid. They just take an extra minute to get rid of. Clone stamp, gone. You can even use, healing brush tool. No time at all. So we're just going to cut him out like we did the last one. We're going to mask him in. Now, if people really think that this thing belongs at the end, we're going to have to ask everyone which animal they think belongs in this image, because I think that's really the only way to go with this. And then everybody's going to be like, oh, it's the owl. No, it's the bunny rabbit. Well, that one definitely can't belong, although it looks like it belongs the most. See, this is how photo manipulated the world can be. These magazine covers never look the same. I wonder if that's how they make golf more interesting. Some of those aerial shots of golf balls, they're probably just, 3D models, maybe. I don't know. It's good to question, though, because I know I've never made a golf ball fly off that well. Golf is fun. Really fun. So now we've reappropriated him in. We're going to soften up his edges, clean him up really nice and detailed. Like, we really want this guy to look like he belongs in this forest, that he does not belong in at all. Get rid of all that green. Maybe we could do some blur tooling on some of those edges, soften him in, get him nice and relaxed, make him look nice and chill, like he belongs in the forest. Nice nature walk, this is what you'll see. Blur, soften. Oh, he's starting to look really good. Touch up some more edges, blur him a little bit more. Let's curve him and color him. You gotta, like you did with your other animals, although I think we're making that bunny rabbit stick out for a reason. I think everybody's gonna think he doesn't belong, which is gonna be super fun. All right, so clean up our edges just a little bit more with the mask. Now, if you flip back and forth, you invert, you'll see your mask and really be able to appropriate your colors in perfectly. So we're masking in his new color toning. It's just going to be a brush away from looking absolutely like he belongs. Yep, absolutely like he belongs. Makes you just want to go for a nature hike in the woods, doesn't it? Hike in the woods. Hike in the woods. What would you want when you go for a hike in the woods? I think I distinctly want a Cliff Bar. They are super delicious. Maybe good energy for a long walk. Now, of course, write in who belongs, because you want to, screw with people's heads. It's the whole point of doing something like this anyway. I mean, why does the National Enquirer make fake aliens all the time? They do it for a reason. There's a reason. So, put it on Facebook. F with people. Upload it. Have a little fun with your reappropriation of materials. Because that's what this is all about. It's all about making entertainment for everyone. Well, I think we've had enough for today. Until next time.